Oh, hamburger juice. It's your boy, Smoke Screenless Pride.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. We're going to pull off the Jesus hat, put it to the side, and BAM! Fam, a lot of people are up in the air about the snowcat. There's a lot of people that were backing it initially, and a lot of people that pulled out, then people that came back in, and then there's a lot of people that are saying, Hasbro is kind of filling in the gaps because a lot of people aren't feeling the snowcat anymore. And there's a bunch of reasons why. Now, initially, fam, I like the snowcat. I thought that it was foolish for them to bring it out now. I thought, for one, I think these vehicles can be in the stores, and we do know that they're bringing vehicles to the stores with Walmart and the Stingers, which is crazy. But they're waiting too late. Hasbro is off, fam. I don't know what their thinking is, but it's just off. To think that they couldn't put vehicles in the store is very foolish. But anyway, back to the snowcat. So the snowcat should have came out with that snow theme they had when they had Snow Job, and they had the snow bats, the Arctic bats, and the eels. I mean, not the eels, the snow serpents. That's when that should have came out, and we could have given us Frostbite and Iceberg and all that other stuff. That's when it should have came out. Now it's just odd that it's coming out. But see, the main reason why it's having issues is a few. One is that things are getting tight, right? And these tariffs, and then also because Fans Hobby, Gridiron, and Ramen Toys are killing it, fam. Those three companies are there. There's others, but those three main companies, and I will say Gridiron is at the top. But those three companies are busting Hasbro in the wallet, fam. And people are spending their money. Like, there was talk that they was going to bring out the tank for Hasbro, for the Haslab, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And then they switched to the snowcat, because even Lenny was saying, like, how they threw it together and whatnot, and trying to praise the dude for doing it. And so that led me to believe that they was going to do the tank. But see, the problem was these other companies. Who was it? I think it was Ramen. If I'm wrong, forgive me. Ramen already had their tank out. Like, I remember seeing that at Joe Fest last year. The ramen tank, the green one, and it had the bridge layer connection, and it also had the part for the Wolverine, the adaptions. I mean, and it also had the part for the Wolverine. Then they also had that black and red tank that was out there. So those right there, Ramen already had last year at the Joe Fest, and then I saw it again this year. This year, I can't think of the dude's name right now, but he was showing how you do the conversions and stuff like that with the tank. So that nicks them out. Then Fans Hobby got their version of the All Striker, the Skyhawk, and the Fang. Man, and then Gridiron, man. What isn't Gridiron doing? That Phalanx Gridiron just came up with, and my boy, says G.I. Joe, man. He was talking about an APC for the longest, man. But that Phalanx, that Gridiron came out with, man, is off the chain, man. That thing is nice. And then they just added, it was already nice, man. And then they just added this turret on there. Oh man, that thing, I don't have one, but man, that thing looks nice, man. Looks real nice. So those three companies, man, are beating Hasbro head down because we told Hasbro, man. The fans told Hasbro a long time ago in the beginning that we wanted vehicles. And Hasbro bull-jived for the longest and gave us the coil. It's like going to the dentist and pulling teeth, man. It's like come on, we got the money, we got the bread, we trying to give it to you, we're trying to give it to you, but you don't want it. So okay, guess what? Somebody is going to eventually give it to us. Guess what? Somebody gave it to us. So guess what the fans are like? We don't need Hasbro. We don't need you for vehicles. We don't need you. Gridiron got snow vehicles. I'm about 90% sure, if not 95% sure, they're eventually going to make them a white APC as well, fam. I'm about 90% sure they're going to make one. There's some rumors about something else that's amazing, fam, and I'm not going to put it out because I don't, man, bump it. There's some rumors about a base, man. There's rumors about a base. I don't know how true it is, man. I've been hearing some stuff about them making a base. If they make a base, bro, Hasbro can forget it, bro. Hasbro main money is these Haslabs. But you know what? People are getting tired. I only did one, and that was the Hiss. That's the only Haslab I did. Eventually, I may get a Rattler. It's not something I gotta have and stuff like that. But anyway, Hasbro just messing up, man. They messing up. If people are tired of giving all their money for these Haslabs and waiting between a year to two to get them back. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't even get them on time. So people are tired of that compared to going to a Gridiron or Fans Hobby or Ramen and then getting them much sooner. Gridiron is in the States. I think the rest of them are in the States as well. I could be wrong. Let me know in the bottom. But you get them a lot sooner than that. Like my homeboy said, he got his phalanx like in 44 days. 44 days compared to a year to two. I'll do that. Even if you're paying more, you're still getting it a year. I mean, you're still getting it under a year, under 6 months, man, 44 days. And he said from 30 to 45 days. He got it 45 days. To me, and then he said the only thing that irritated him was that there was no phone number for him to like contact Gridiron, so he was like a little stressed about that. But the thing was, he said everything he ordered from Gridiron he got, and it was straight. So that was a good thing. He said, but he just wished, and I can understand that, wish there was a number that he could call to talk to someone to kind of get like an update or something. So that's something Gridiron need to work on. They need to get that. Give the people a way to contact them, and find out a little something, and it won't be as stressful. And I think they'll get even more business. But back to this, fam. Hasbro has put their foot in their mouth so bad because they refuse to listen to the fans, and now the fans don't care and the fans don't need them. Like this Snowcat, it may inch on through, but you won't get none of the tears. I don't care, and a lot of people don't care anymore about the Snowcat. I just wanted, to be honest, the Snowcat was okay. It wasn't that big a deal, but I mainly just wanted that Lady J that looked like the doggone Lady J from the cartoon, and I wanted that. I already got a custom Lady J, so if it don't work, it is what it is. If we don't get it, it is what it is. But it was foolish of them to try to just stick this type of Lady J and this Flint with that. That was just foolish to me. You know, did the Snowcat and whatever. Forget about them doggone the bivouac stuff you had. You could have put more figures out there, or you could have just sold. You should have just sold Flint and Lady J to me. You should have sold a whole bunch of those snow figures separately, and then put like a a torso that you could attach, because like WWE and AEW was doing it for a minute, where you could, with those special figures, you could snap the torsos off. Even Motu does it with their origins. You can snap the top part off and then put the other one on. So you could have snapped a torso with the jacket and all this other stuff on, or pop the pieces off, however, and then attach that to that, and then you could have Lady J in her regular outfit and have Lady J with her jacket, and the same thing for Flint, and you could do the same thing with all those other figures. That could have been a way that they could have made a whole lot of bread leading on to the Snowcat. If they had did that, right, had these figures, had the Lady J from the cartoon and the Flint from the cartoon, and then had those snap-on pieces, however they wanted to do it, had a bunch of those lead it up to the Haslab, and then, you had the Snowcat and all that stuff, I think that would have worked out a lot better. Built a snow theme going into that Haslab, but the thing was, that was not supposed to be the Haslab. That's why everything is off for this one. That's why it's struggling. And see, they need this Haslab to go through, bro. They really need this Haslab to go through. And so, I'm not backing it, fam. Because, this is like a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call. Hasbro is too comfortable. So this is a wake-up call. Just like, okay, Jada came out with the Street Fighters, right? For the 6-inch line. Now, the Street Fighter was already out, but it was out 7-inch line. Right? Jada came out with the 6-inch line, and the Jada's 6-inch line for the Street Fighters is nice. I got almost all of them now, fam. But then what happened? Storm Arena brought out the Storm Collectibles, and they took sort of what Jada had and they improved it, fam. So bam, so now you got competition. Competition is what gives you better products. So Jada was booming. Storm Collectibles was like, look, we're gonna show you how to do it, because we did it first, but we're gonna break it down to the 6-inch line to get this doggone 6-inch line money, right? So then they do it, but Jada's like, in the words of Stone Cold, doggone. They said, okay, you saying that yours is better than how we did it? Now they done redid theirs and got a new Ryu and some other figures. I can't remember what the other figures are that's coming out, but I know Ryu is one of them. So again, here we have what? Competition, making the line better. This is what you need. You need that competition for the fans, because hey, you don't just get to have our money. There's other people who can have it. Hasbro didn't want our money when we was asking for vehicles, so other lines got our money. They decided to go ahead and make vehicles and other things, and so if you won't give it to us, somebody else will. Hey, I'm loving it, fam. I'm loving it because it benefits the fans. It takes control away from the company and puts control back into the fans' hands. When you have multiple companies doing multiple lines, multiple companies doing the same line with slight variations, it forces them to get that act right, because people have choices. And Hasbro has messed up big time now, and it may not recover from this. These Haslabs may be done. They may be done. They're hanging on by a thread. Then the fact that everyone didn't get the last Haslab with the Rattler, and then you coming out with this Haslab. What kind of foolishness is that? How are you gonna have the audacity to ask the people to pay for another Haslab when they haven't even got the Haslab previously? That's a bunch of BS. So it is what it is, fam. This is a wake-up call for Hasbro, and they may be done with these Haslabs. Or should I say the people, the fans, may be done with these Haslabs. It's going to have to be something real nice to get their attention. This Haslab may squeak by. I don't think, and I've been talking to other people, and they don't think this is all the fans coming in, because when people couldn't get that Cold Slither, care for the cold slither, but a lot of people wanted it, and when a lot of people couldn't get that cold slither, I was told, I don't know for certain, but I was told that a lot of people, like 300 something people, doggone canceled their Haslab. The Haslab dropped like 300 something people. So people are tired of the foolishness, fam. They tired of the foolishness. It is what it is. Tell me what you think, fam. Do you think the Haslab is going to fund? I think it may squeak by. Do you think we're going to get all the tears? I do not. Do you think Hasbro has finally messed up and went too far and there's no coming back and the Haslabs are done? Let your boy know. And like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Yo, Joe, Cobra.